Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and absolutely smash the living daylights out of like button. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Hearing myself in the background is the most annoying thing in the world. Hearing it twice is even more annoying. Okay, so don't forget, Wednesday night, the great debate will be live and exclusive on BWTM Sports. From the world of truth and facts and boxing, Bo Bland will be representing Team Rigondeaux. And the man from Cuba will be up against the man from the Ukraine and from Canada. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to BWTM. I'm here myself for the second time, and I said that's annoying. Eugene will be debating and we'll be talking about Lomachenko's chances of defeating Rigondeaux. And of course, Bo Bland will be talking about why Rigondeaux can beat Lomachenko. We will have moderators in the room. The two moderators will be Gail and Mike from Power for Power Boxing. And then we will have guest star judge Spencer Foron from Toe to Toe Boxing on Sky Sports. So we're really going out on the, for an end of year showpiece. I think it's exciting. Of course, the guys fight on the weekend. So that's fantastic. Okay. So now I've done that. Let's talk about Luis Ortiz or Luis Ortiz, the heavyweight that everybody loves and everybody wants to see fight. But his numbers at the gate don't add up. I was shocked to hear that Luis Ortiz was fighting. I thought it was a joke. It was on Rigondeaux's Twitter page that he announced that Luis Ortiz is indeed back on the 8th. I think it's the 8th. Let me double check that. He's on the 8th of December. You like the snazzy couch design? Well, I did it myself. DIY job, not great, but there you go. That's no Jane couch. That's funny. Much love to Jane if you're out there. Hope you're well. One day I will get you on this channel. Right, so I'm doing something that I don't usually do, but for the purpose of it being out there, we are going to be going to the Boxing Seed website. And they've just reported Luis Ortiz versus Daniel Martz. First of all, who the hell is Daniel Martz? Don't even know who he is. Top-rated title contender Luis King Kong Ortiz will take on Daniel the Mountain Martz in an added 10-round feature bout on a special Friday night edition of Premier Boxing Champions Toe to Toe. Tuesdays on FS1, on Box de Campeones, on Fox Deportes in Miami, Florida, December 8th. Okay. Some other guys are fighting apart from, I think Jean Pascal is the main event in the 10-round light heavyweight bout. Let's hear more about Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is returning to the ring 1 week after the WBC lifted a sanction that had imposed against the Cuban heavyweight contender in October. Ortiz was pulled from a match against world champion Deontay Wilder, scheduled for November the 4th, after Ortiz failed a voluntary anti-doping association drug test. Last week, WBC ruled that Ortiz had failed to disclose 2 medications that he was taking, which triggered the positive test. He was then fined $25,000 for failing to make the disclosure and reinstated into the organization's rankings. Again, I'm not saying all this. This is off the boxingscene.com. That cleared the way for Ortiz to return to the ring, and he'll waste no time doing so with a match that he hopes will propel him towards another world title shot in 2018. What the hell? Why would the fight against Daniel Martz? Why would Martz propel you into a fight against any other world champions? I'm just thankful to be back in the sport I love so much. I can't wait to get some action and feel that the ring and those gloves tight on my wrists, Ortiz said. I would like to thank everybody, especially my loyal fans, not many of them, who stood by me and supported me through this rough time. I don't think it would be possible without you guys. I'd like to thank the WBC and Mr. Suleiman for being humane enough to take the time for their investigation of my entire team, who never lost faith in me. But most of all, I need to thank God, because without him, there wouldn't be anything worth living for. You would just scratch God out and just add Al Heyman there, because most people thank Al Heyman first and God second. But beside the point, you know, a guy, I don't know. I'm glad to see him back, and it's great to see him. Well, 38-year-old. Well, there's a question mark about Ortiz being 38. 27 fights and 23 KOs in Cuba, now residing in Miami, Florida. Will be fighting Martz in a 10-round bout in front of his adopted hometown crowd. The hard-hitting southpaw turned pro 7 years ago after defecting in Cuba and has since been steadily climbing the heavyweight ladder. Really? He cemented his standing in the division with victories over veteran contenders Bryant Jennings. I didn't know that Bryant Jennings was a veteran contender. I'm not sure if Bryant Jennings will appreciate that. Tony Thompson, yeah, he's veteran. And Malik Scott, yeah, you say he's veteran. And he's currently ranked number 3 by the WBC. Ortiz and the 40 normalcy year, having scored a technical knockout victory over Dave Allen at Manchester in December 10th, on December 10th, 2016's last fight. Yeah, well, how you jump from fighting Bryant Jennings to Malik Scott and Dave Allen is beyond me. But that is the mastermind behind that, the brains in the box behind that one, was one of the greatest ever promoters, Eddie Hearn. I didn't say that. It's just some of you casual fans think that Eddie Hearn is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yes, he puts on some great shows, but he puts some awful dire ones on as well. But hey, that's just the boxing world for you. Ortiz and Martz replaced the Chad Dawson, Edwin Rodriguez light heavyweight bout on the card. The match was cancelled after Dawson suffered an injury in training camp. The 27-year-old Martz, 15, 5, 1, and 13. So, wait, hold on. Let me get this right. 16 fights, 13 KOs. Is that 5 defeats and 1 draw? I sincerely hope not. A 6'7" heavyweight from Charlesburg, West Virginia, has taken on world champion Joseph Parker and contender Bryant Jennings Jr. his five-year professional career. He is coming off a second-round technical knockout victory over Tim Washington on November 17th. Who the hell is Tim Washington? Okay, I've got to check this guy out. I've really got to check this guy out. I mean, Ortiz is just wasting time of his career. I mean, you're coming back and you're going to come back and fight against this guy. Yeah, I understand the ring rust thing, but after a year, you're going to come back and fight this guy. Right? Let me just box at this guy for a second, because somebody's going to tell me that he's a good guy, a good opponent to come back against. Yeah, but you're shaking off ring rust against who? Daniel Martz. Let me check this guy out. I sure it looked like he had 5 defeats. Right, hold on. Let me check this guy out. Okay, I've got him. Right, the mountain. 16 fights, 5 losses. 4 of them he's been KO'd. All right, wait, hold on. Let me check his record. All right, so he fought a guy called Justin Truth in 2013 and got KO'd. No, split decision, sorry. Then he fought a guy called Grove Young, who had 11 and 15 losses. He got TKO'd by him. He then fought Joseph Parker, 16-0, and got TKO'd by him. Then he fought Alexis Santos, who fought the other day against guy. I forgot his name now, and it's terrible because we've had him on the show so many times. The heavyweight from Ireland. I forgot his name. But anyway, he lost against him. Santos knocked him out. Okay. Then Bryant Jennings knocked him out. And then he fought the great Tim Washington, who fought 6 fights and lost four fights, 4 or 6 fights. Now he fights Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz has no business fighting a guy like that. No business whatsoever. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. It's absolutely disgusting. Listen, this guy got beat in 2015 by a guy of the name of Grover Young. Grover Young had lost 15 fights and won 11. He's won, one of his wins in his record is against a guy who had 29 fights and lost 24 of them. Do you see what I mean about Luis Ortiz? This is terrible. You've moved from, check this out, Bright Jennings, Malik Scott, Dave Allen to Daniel Martz. Dave Allen would beat Daniel Martz. Brian Jennings has beat Daniel Martz. Tony Thompson beat Daniel Martz. Malik Scott would beat Daniel Martz. This is terrible. This is shocking. I don't believe Luis Ortiz. He's saying thank you for the opportunity to fight. I would have taken it. Who cares? See, blows him out of the round. What does it prove? It proves absolutely nothing. Luis Ortiz is another one who needs help. I'm sorry. My God. Thought you guys could tell me Martz is 60-5, got blown up by Jennings in 2 rounds. That's all you need to know. LOL. 1 round by Parker. Ortiz gets sanctioned more than North Korea. Oh, dear me. A good move by Ortiz. He needs to get active as soon as possible. Yeah, you get better sparring partners, mate. Flipping hell. Well, guess he's shaking off the ring rust, ready for Wilder. If Ortiz doesn't stop this guy within 3 rounds, it's a total embarrassment. It's an actual joke. They think BT Martz, who got blasted by Parker when he was prospect, will get him a world title fight. Ortiz beat Jennings, Thompson, Scott, and Allen back to back, while Wilder beat Stavern, Washington, Arreola, Spilka back to back. Same level of opposition, really. Martz is absolute garbage. I've known this guy. Is absolute garbage. I've known this guy actually. Haha. Sorry if that offends Ingram. It won't shake anything off. As soon as Ortiz lands, this guy will fall over on his own foot. He's got no chin. Niall Kennedy, that's the brother. Niall Kennedy just beat Santos. These fights always make an A-side guy look worse. Rarely do they do anything good for them. Look better. We don't know Ortiz real He might get old overnight anytime. Yeah, he's over 45 according to Mansour. Why not make Ortiz versus Jamal Woods? Woods is underrated and he can actually hold the shot. Ask Bashir. It's a stay busy fight. Stay busy. Stay busy. You you may as well have a sparring session. Flip, stay busy. He's got too old. That's not stay busy. That's not even competitive. That is terrible. You're supposed to stay busy fighting durable opposition that will give you rounds, not someone who's got a guy who's got lots of. That's the sort of guy you fight when you've got about 5 fights, 3 fights, 2 fights, professional debut. This is Luis Ortiz, who's meant to be the best heavyweight in the world, according to some of you. Luis Ortiz's opposition has got worse. You know what? We need to find Bo Bland. I don't know where he is, but somebody's got to find Bo Bland. Somebody has got to find Bo Bland. I've got to find Bo Bland now because I'm sorry. He's definitely taken it. He's definitely taking an L tonight. Never mind Eugene. He's getting an L. Where is Bo Bland? Where is Bo Bland? Where's Bo Bland? I want Bo Bland. I'm going to get his ass on the show now. I want him to explain this. If I were Riggin, I'd feel shame. I wouldn't even put that on my Twitter page. I'd pretend I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, next at the Ortiz versus France Bofa. Yeah, you're right. Just wait for it. Or Ortiz versus a one-fight novice. All right, Ingram Hastings, not good. Absolutely not good. I just spent about the last show I spent talking about Luis Ortiz and how terrible. It's definitely a shake off the rust fight. That you're not shaking off any rust. How is throwing one punch and hitting the guy falling over? How's that shaking off any rust? That's not shaking off rust. If Wilder takes a fight against Ortiz, so basically what you're telling me is that Daniel Martz is the final fight before he fights Deontay Wilder. Why should Deontay Wilder fight him, by the way? Dillian White is the #1 contender now. And also, Dillian White will bring more money than Luis Ortiz. What does Luis Ortiz bring? Where is Bo Bland? I want Bo Bland. I want Bo Bland now. I want him now. Never mind Eugene. I want him now. Or what? Bo, if you're watching, where are you, mate? Where is Bo Bland? I want him to defend this situation. I want Bo. Where is Bo? Where is he? Where is he hiding, man? Where is he? I know he gets off work any minute now, so let me get him. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've just tweeted him. I don't know if he's going to respond or not. Eugene, you fancy jumping in the room for a few minutes? Because I'd like to hear your thoughts on Mr. Ortiz until Mr. Bo jumps in the room, if he's going to jump in the room at all. This is disgusting. This is absolutely appalling. I don't want anybody to tell me anything about shaking off ring rust. How can you say ring rust? How can you even put your two fingers together and type ring rust without either laughing or just you feel guilty? Don't you feel guilty? Don't you feel guilty? Don't is there not anything? It's not even an element of like embarrassment within you, even to put the word ring rust. That's not even when you type RING. By the time you get to ring, do you not feel any sort of feeling of, I can't put that. I can't put ring rust. No, I'm sorry. Let me get Eugene. Let me get my boy Eugene in the room. That's not good. I want to hear what Amir Mansour would say of it. I want to hear what Amir Mansour would say about it, because I want to know what Mansour was in a stay busy fight. That's what you call a stay busy fight. What Mansour fought in was a stay busy fight. That's what you call a stay busy fight. Saunders versus Lemieux. That's a stay busy fight. It's not right. No, it's not. It's not right, and it's not okay. It's abuse. It's not okay, and it's not right. No, 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 no. It's not right. I ain't tuning to watch that garbage. Yeah, I heard about Coogan versus Heavy D. Hey, Coogan better watch himself. That heavy D looks like he's got some heavy punches on him. And what we got, Martz? If that boy can get himself into some shape, if that boy can get himself in some shape, okay, stay there. That heavy D looks heavy. I mean, he got this. If it ain't a charity matchup, then I don't know. I don't know. But the guy who's shorter and winging them big bombs in, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But them heavy D going down. Trust. I don't know. I don't know. He needed an opponent. Why did he need an opponent in very short notice? Who cares if Luis Ortiz can fight until the end of the year? Nobody cares. Nobody missed Luis Ortiz. Honestly, let me give you the link. Let me get you the link, my friend.
So,
Mister, how are we doing?
doing great.
For those people in the room wondering who it is, it's Eugene that's in the room. Oh, Eugene. Oh, let's get Eugene on the camera. Eugene, how are we doing?
Doing great, doing great.
Everyone can see what you look like, so it's good to see you in the room, Eugene. How are things?
It's good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Could you take your volume up a bit?
All right. So Ortiz.
Ortiz, tell me that I can't believe people are even putting it, typing it, ring rust. I mean, that guy is appalling. I mean, he's more than appalling. Not for the best heavyweight in the world, the most wanted heavyweight, the most, according to some of these fans who like to talk out their ass. Because let's be honest, Luis Ortiz doesn't sell a ticket. He doesn't. If he sold a ticket, we'd be probably seeing him in the big fights.
Well, the way I see it is this is the just pointless fight. If you want to shake up the ring rust, get somebody who is not gonna flip over in 2 rounds. I don't know, someone with really, hard chin, and go at him for 10 rounds.
Rudenko, Duhapus,
Rudenko, Takam just had to fight. Why not?
If you're the best heavyweight in the world, I don't think he's the best heavyweight in the world. I've never believed he's the best heavyweight in the world.
Wait a second, I was shut down.
So yes. I don't understand where is Bo? We need Bo in the room, man.
It's just so silly. WBC clears him out so he can fight, and that's what he comes up with.
Okay, watch the Luis Ortiz march to heavyweight championship of the world. He leaves Golden Boy and he joins the best promoter in the world. I didn't say it. Some of these sick Hearn worshipping fans, right? That everything Hearn says is correct. So he goes to Eddie Hearn, the best promoter in the world. Again, probably. That's what they say about Carlsberg. Probably the best lager in the world. They didn't say they are, but probably. He goes to Eddie Hearn. So what did Eddie Hearn bring up for his first fight? We're going to bring Luis Ortiz over here. We're going to do this and that. What do we bring him? We get him out. We don't even fight him in the UK. We send him out to Monaco. To fight who? Malik Scott. And then after Malik Scott, what happens then? We get him to fight Dave Allen. Dave Allen, poor Dave Allen, and he had 10 fights as a pro. So then after that, people say, oh, he should fight Wilder. What? So Dave Allen was the mark as to playing a fight for world title. No, wait for it. So now the Wilder fight falls through. Okay, so we say, welcome back, Luis. Let's hear you make a statement in the heavyweight division. So the statement you're going to make before you fight Deontay Wilder, what's the statement you're going to make?
Sorry. So basically, the way I see it, he should have picked somebody from the WBC rankings. Maybe, maybe 14 Adam Kovnatsky. Maybe they don't want him because he still doesn't break his 0. But still, there are people to fill the gap.
Wait. Okay. So, all right. You tell me you're going to get harder sparring sessions than Daniel Martz. Right? So you go out there, the first round, Ortiz walks around a bit, hits him with the first left hand, he falls over. How is that working out ring rust?
It doesn't. And the whole thing, I see why he wants to have a fight, but it's just the opponent is so weird. He was training for Wilder, and obviously he already had a training camp. He wants to put it somewhere, but it's just the opponent is not there. It should be somebody, harder, somebody who's gonna challenge him a little bit.
Give me Gerald Washington. Give me Gerald Washington. He's tall, he's long. Give us an idea how you'd fight against Deontay Wilder. Give us Gerald Washington. Give us Dominic Brazil. Give us something that people can say, all right, this man really wants it. He really wants to be heavyweight champion of the world. This is garbage. You look at Lennox Lewis when he got knocked out by Oliver McCall and he was on the comeback trail. He fought, who did he fight in his comeback? Lionel Butler, who was known as a puncher. He didn't fight Tommy Morrison. He fought quite a few other guys as well. But the bottom line is he came back with the purpose to become heavyweight champion of the world. And he fought anybody that was necessary to become heavyweight champion of the world. Luis Ortiz comes back and fights Daniel Martz.
I think Duhaupas is fighting, and he on 14th.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have an opponent scheduled yet.
So why not fight Duhaupas?
Yeah, go to France. Gamble.
Even fight the guy that Parker just went. The guy that Parker fought before he lost. Before he fought Hughie Fury.
Ruiz?
No, after Ruiz.
Oh, wait a second.
He's durable. He was Parker's sparring partner. I mean, he'd be even better. Because he's durable. He's not been knocked out.
Razvan Kayanu.
Fight him. Let's say fight him.
It's just pointless, It's kind of like those. Yeah, we were saying that it's going WWE way, when you already can't predict what's gonna happen, and it's always getting pointless.
Do you know what? I'd rather you see fight a Mark Demori. Flipping hell, Mark Demori or the Cobra. No, actually, I actually don't want to see those two guys fight any of those guys. Actually, no, I'm joking. I'm being facetious. I didn't mean that. It angers me because I'm here making a statement about Luis Ortiz and exactly what I'm saying about Luis Ortiz. Why Wilder should swerve him. If I were Wilder team and he announced that fight, you know what I'd be saying? You definitely ain't fighting me next. You ain't fighting nobody worthy to fight me. Now that's peasant crap going on right there. That's what you call peasant crap. Is it because they can't afford the opponent? He's not mandatory. It's not mandatory for the WBC title. Wilder's just face is mandatory. If I were Deontay Wilder, I'd fight my next mandatory, and that'd be Dillian White.
Yep.
And then when they ask, and then once his fight is second mandatory, then when it comes to fight is voluntary, avoid Ortiz again. That's what I would do. I wouldn't fight Ortiz. Let AJ fight Ortiz. Let those two work it out.
I think WBA banned Ortiz. It's only WBC that cleared him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then let Ortiz fight Manuel Shah or Fraser Quendo or flipping. Yeah, why didn't he go and fight Fraser Quendo?
Again, he's banned from the rankings in WBC, in WBA.
Oh, shit.
He was supposed to fight Ustinov, and Fraser Quendo was supposed to fight Lucas Brown, I think, and they had everything messed up. So I think Ustinov didn't want to take VADA. Lucas Brown got popped.
So it's Gorgunja says that Gorgunja says it's too short notice to get a decent opponent. Then don't fight in 2017. Nobody gives a damn you didn't fight anyway. Who cares? Who gives a damn?
There are 3 weeks left.
It's only 3 weeks to the end of the year. Don't fight. It's better you do a job properly than don't do it all. Why are you fighting? Oh, fighting in the year. Get a bit of ring rust. Get a bit of money for Christmas. That's all it is.
Well, it's kind of he fought on his 14th fight. He fought what was the name? Maldonado. It was the only, like, he knocked him out in the first round, and that guy never fought again. That was it. Great. Oh, it was 18th fight, I think. It doesn't matter. What was the point of that fight? He went all the way to Panama.
Dillian White, yeah, there you go. There's a good fight. Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, #1 contender versus #2 contender. Or who's number 3? Who's number 3? Who's number 2?
Number 2 is Dominic Brazil, and Luis Ortiz is 3rd.
Okay, all right. So Ortiz and White should fight. There you go. #1 and 2 fight.
No, I don't see it happening. And I kind of get one.
What? Ortiz team are saying he's credible fringe world level because basically he got blown out by Parker and Jennings. What? Oh shit. Okay, explain to me, Eugene, how this fight builds Ortiz's fan base.
I'm not even sure if it's gonna. Well, okay, so he's gonna flip somebody over in 1 round, and somebody who nobody knows about, you know. Are there just betting that much on casuals who just want to see just knockouts and that's it? Because, you know, the fans.
Somebody says, if Ortiz wants a stay busy fight, there's nothing wrong with it. This is not a stay busy fight because this guy is not going to be around to keep him busy. How does knocking a guy out in the first round equate to being a stay busy fight? Are you just changing the rules as it goes? As it goes. This is supposedly the best heavyweight in the world. This is not a stay busy fight. This is not even shaking of ring rust.
Well,
this is a guy got knocked out in 1 round by Joseph Parker.
The good example of stay busy fight would be Mariaga when Lomachenko was training for Salido, and that was 7 rounds, you know. So that fight happened. The guy was way out of his league, but at the same time he went 7 rounds, so there was some point in that.
Like Bo's run up his mouth on Twitter, so he needs to suffer his first loss right now inside this room. That's what he needs to suffer. Sorry, Eugene, I'm gonna have to take the loss. He's gonna have to take the loss early, and you can deal with my leftovers afterwards, as they say. You don't mind, do you?
No, that's fine.
That's fine. Let him come in the room. Let him come in the room. Let him come in the room defending Luis Ortiz. I want to hear it because he'll go missing. He'll definitely go missing. Let him come in the room. Let him come in the ring tonight. He's going to get ruined tonight. I'm telling you. He dare not come in the room. If I were him, I would pretend that I didn't know anything about anything. If it was me, as a Luis Ortiz supporter, I would hide myself. I'd go into hiding.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, why don't you just offer the contract to Duhaupas and go to France? It's definitely, like, in the US, nobody's gonna see it, so just...
Who's going to... I mean, obviously people see Jean Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a good thing, but I mean... it frustrates me, because if this guy really is, as everyone's saying, the best heavyweight in the world, is this the way to treat the best heavyweight in the world? I mean, it's poor.
Charles Martin. Get Charles Martin. I think he's sitting on his ass.
You know what? Even Charles Martin. I would have preferred Charles Martin.
Yeah. He has been more or less active in 2017. I think he fights in the breaks, like in between making rap albums or whatever. I don't know. It's just poor. It's a poor decision. And it's not the first time it happened with Ortiz.
I kind of feel sorry for him, though.
I do, but again, it's his decision, it's his team. What is going on?
Guy just came in the room and said, it will last as long as a junkie's gyro. I just don't understand. Okay, you want him to come in, right? And you want him to come back. Look, I'm not asking Ortiz to fight the #1 guy in the world. I'm not asking to fight #2 guy in the world. But at least come back and fight somebody who's going to have a bit of durability. You can really shake off the ring rust. Like, you know what? Shake off the ring rust. People understand you're shaking the ring rust. You're getting your skills on display. And people can say, oh, wow. Luis Ortiz put on a really good display against a guy that, you know, he was meant to take care of the job, handle business, looked good. We can look forward to the Wilder fight now. But his last 3 opponents have been not good. Will she be able to have Ortiz back?
Well, the thing is, something is really wrong with managing Cuban's career. I notice it time and time again in different fighters that it gets so mismanaged, and you're thinking, do you even plan to achieve something?
Do you think it could be a business thing, though? Do you think it could be business, and these fighters are getting ripped off without them even knowing?
I don't think so. How many of any foreign fighters come to US to fight, and it doesn't really happen to them? I don't think there is like super cast of oppressed that is Cubans, and the rest of international boxers are just getting fine.
Who are these people saying that Luis Ortiz is the best in the world? He's 72 for F's sake.
Why 72 now?
Happy Cheater is back. Shut the F up.
No, I think what was Marisa Suleiman's schedule? No, ask Vada to build a special schedule for him. So now they're going to be testing him in the middle of the night, when they feel like it.
They say you're only as good as your last fight, Shogun says, and the way he looked against Allen, he definitely ain't the best in the world. LOL.
Allen's fight was weird because he didn't come off, you know, from some long way off, and he still looked not impressive.
Hold on. Somebody's come in the room and said it's not a bad fight. Martz is probably top 15 level, to be honest. He's fought good fighters. Nice test for Ortiz.
Test? To test what? Whether his hands still move?
The guy got knocked out around by Parker. He got knocked out in 2 rounds by Bright Jennings. Bright Jennings is not a puncher.
I mean, if you do believe that he's 48, maybe it's a test of him even being able to still be in the ring. But if you believe that he's the best, like top level heavyweight, then no.
Well, isn't this the same Luis Ortiz have problems with high blood pressure pills?
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I remember why he was banned from WBA. I think it was not the blood pressure pills, but the failure to disclose all the documents. So he just failed the procedure. Technically, he would be fine. Hey, boy's here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mr. Bland.
What's going on?
It's good to see you in the room.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, you tell me what's happening. Your boy, Luis Ortiz, is back with stiff opposition in Daniel Martz.
Hold on 1 second there.
Take your time. He's stiff opposition.
Okay.
Got a good record. Sort of opposition that, you know, good opposition.
Oh,
Fighting
yeah?
in Miami.
You see the title?
Team Lomo's going down. You leave that till later, mate. It's me and you about that. Don't mind about that. Don't worry about him. Leave him to one side. You talk to me about Mr. Look, on a serious note, your boy, on his march to the heavyweight championship of the world, he has gone since he's left Golden Boy. He's fought. Yes. Who's he fought first? He went and fought Alex Scott. Then he fought David Allen. Now he's fighting Daniel Martz. Have you seen Daniel Martz's record?
Well, I understand why he's fighting Martz. I mean, I understand why they're having him fight Martz.
Why?
When was the last time Luis Ortiz fought?
Excuse me, this guy got blown out of the round by Parker. This guy got blown out 2 rounds by Kim.
But when was the last time Luis Ortiz fought, though?
Whose fault is that?
Huh?
Whose fault is that?
Are you like Italian or something?
Why? Why? We mean why? We mean I'm Italian or something?
Because you answered a question with a question.
Wait, hold on. So he had blood pressure tablets, yeah? So what? Has his blood pressure gone down now?
I said, when was the last time he fought? I don't know what blood pressure tablets got to do with that question.
Well, no, he's been banned because of the blood pressure tablets. Am I correct or not?
Nope, that's not necessarily true. He just recently got banned, but prior to that, his last fight was who?
Dave Allen.
And when was the last time he fought?
About a year ago.
Okay, then. So he's fighting Martz.
Wait. He had no business fighting Dave Allen in the first place.
Well, you got to check that out with Eddie Hearns.
Well, he's the best promoter in the world. At the time, the fans were jumping all over the place about it.
Yeah, you got to check it out with Eddie Hearns because he was fighting David Allen at the same time that, matter of fact, wasn't that the undercard of when AJ fought Molina?
I believe so. That was in Monaco. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Allen was. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So he could have. Yeah. So he could have fought. He could have fought somebody better than that. I mean, hell, he could have. He could have fought the vaunted Dylan White that everybody talks about.
Dillian White.
Yeah, he could have fought Dylan White, who, by the way, also fought Dave Allen.
Yeah, but that was a little different because Dillian White's not being considered.
Why was it different?
The best heavyweight in the world. Why?
Because who said it? Wait a minute, who said Luis Ortiz is the best heavyweight in the world?
According to you and your people, he's the best heavyweight in the world.
Okay, no. No one said best. We said most avoided heavyweight.
No. You said he's the best heavyweight in the world.
No, most avoided.
No, best heavyweight in the world.
No, most avoided.
I would avoid him too. Well, listen, if I were Deontay Wilder now, I'd stay clear of him. How can you say to me that Daniel Martz is the last fight you have before you fight for a world title? How can you say that? Justifiably so.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute though. Has it been signed, sealed, and delivered? He's fighting for a world title?
It's this weekend.
Okay, wait a minute. I understand that he's fighting this weekend, but has it been signed, sealed, and delivered? He's fighting for a world title.
Well, that's the logical move that everybody's saying.
Okay, no. BWTM that reports actual factual news. Has it been reported that after this fight, he's fighting for a title?
Deontay Wilder said on 78 Sports TV, he said that he wants to fight Luis Ortiz next. I said on my show,
Has it been?
If the WBC champion says he wants, if the WBC champion says he wants it, he wanted it before.
The WBC champion. Wait a minute. The WBC champion also said, "Hey, WBC, let him fight. Don't worry about the test. Let him fight." They didn't do that. But Wilder don't make fights, so I'm gonna ask you again: has it been reported that after David, he's gonna fight for a title? Has that been reported yet?
No. I'm not saying. I'm suggesting it has been reported. But what I am suggesting is, if it's suggested that this fight is a warm-up fight for Deontay Wilder, because he ain't fighting Anthony Joshua, so that ain't happening, and he ain't gonna fight for the WBA title, right? So he's ranked number 3. He's ranked number 3 by the WBC, correct? Yeah, 3, right? So Wilder is either gonna fight Dillian White. He doesn't have to fight his manager because he just fought Stavern, right? So he's got a voluntary. I doubt if he'll fight Brazil, he'll want to fight Ortiz. He said himself he wants to fight Ortiz. So what's the hold up?
Now, if you're talking right? If we're talking
it's not 100 to 1 shot, is it?
Okay, well, hold on, wait a minute, because let's look at boxing history. There was a particular guy who was going to fight someone named Aaron Pryor. Oh, but wait a minute. They needed to fight Bruce fucking Finch first. So before you fought Aaron Pryor, you need to fight Bruce fucking Finch. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. But let's say that was the case. All right, no problem. So now let's go further into boxing history, right? How many times have we seen guys take like a little tune-up fight or warm-up fight before they go challenge the big dog? Oscar De La Hoya fought Felix Sturm before. I think it was.
Wait.
Hold on, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? I mean, what's the problem? What's the problem? I can't talk.
Hold on. Are you actually saying this guy is decent?
No. I said, how many times have we seen guys take warm-ups before they go fight?
Warm-up. This ain't even a warm-up.
How do you know that? He hasn't fought in over a year.
This guy, are you suggesting?
Hold on, wait a minute, because I'm curious about something. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about how we don't know how good Luis Ortiz is. I remember you talking about the myth of Luis Ortiz's skill. I remember you talking about how we don't know all right. So if we don't know all that,
this fight ain't proving anything, is it?
So why are you upset that this is the guy he's fighting in the first?
This guy's got a test. This guy's terrible.
If Luis Ortiz isn't all that, according to you, then how do we know this isn't a test? I mean, we all thought Saddam Ali wasn't a test, and we saw how that turned out. We all thought Jeff Horn shouldn't have been that much of a test. We saw how that turned out. We thought Buster Douglas wasn't that much of a test. We clearly was wrong about that shit. This is boxing, man. Really?
Martz, there's a form book there. He got chinned in a round by Parker. He got chinned in 2 rounds by the light punching Jennings.
Now, I'll go back to my original question.
The Cuban boxer that's meant to be the greatest heavyweight since Muhammad Ali.
I'll go back to my question. When was the last time Luis Ortiz was in the ring?
Year ago.
Okay. Yeah. Has it been signed, sealed, and delivered that after this he fights Deontay Wilder? Has that been said? That has been signed, sealed, and delivered?
No.
Oh, okay. So let me get this up. So let me get this straight.
What's that got to do with the price of milk?
Well, you brought it up, so obviously that price of milk is killing your pocket.
I'm saying to you, in terms of this guy, this Martz guy.
Okay.
This is the guy who Ortiz. There's no special rules for a guy that's like ranked as highly and thought of as highly as Luis Ortiz. This guy is supposedly
thought of as highly by who? Because according to you, you don't think that highly of him.
Well, he hasn't fought. He hasn't fought. As far as I'm concerned, he's got a skill set there. There's no doubt he's got a skill set. But how good that skill set is when somebody actually can punch you back on the chin, we don't know.
He has not fought in a year, right? So
and Martz is not going to be the guy to do that.
But wait a minute, though. He has not fought in a year, so that skill set could be seriously diminished.
And if he's 48 years old, I would understand that.
Okay, well then, there you go. There you go. You got it now. Has it clicked in yet?
No.
Nice thing that you did with the couch, by the way. What is that? Red velvet?
I borrowed it from you.
No, you ain't borrowed no shit. That's Salvation Army stuff there, my friend.
Salvation Army.
Wait a minute. Who is that online with us right now?
Oh, the guy who's going to hand you your first L.
Okay, where's he at? I'm still waiting on somebody to get on.
Oh, he's gone missing now. There he is.
Where's he at? Who's on?
You know who that is?
What's up, Eugene?
I'm here. Just watching you two go with each other.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Hey, our debate will be more intelligent than that.
Really. Listen, the biggest question that I have right now is that Duhaupas is fighting this December and he hasn't announced his opponent yet. Why not jump that guy?
Well, he's fought tomorrow. Luis Ortiz fight Duhaupas?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good thought. I went ahead and that's actually
maybe he should call me. I will schedule his fight.
That's actually not a bad idea, though. I
suggested the fight, by the way. I suggested the fight. There was no reason whatsoever Luis Ortiz should be fighting this guy. Absolutely none.
Wait a minute. That's according to you, though. Wait. That's according to you. Who are you?
Yeah, because listen, in terms of marketability, Luis Ortiz's marketability, every time he fights his fighters, is going like that. He needs to fight somebody now that we can say, all right, yeah, okay. If you've gone and say, if he said,
actually, all he needs to do right now is just fight, period. So people will be like remembering him.
No. So you fight this Martz guy. So he blows him out in the first round. He hits him. What do we learn about Luis Ortiz?
What if he doesn't blow him out in the first round? What if this guy actually gives him a hard fight?
Well, then he's not one of the best in the world, is he?
Then it turns out it's the fight he needed to work off the rust.
I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that.
I'm just saying, I mean, have you been paying attention to what's been happening?
That Martz is going to give Luis Ortiz a tough fight or test.
No, what I'm saying is Luis Ortiz, he hasn't fought in a year. His skill set might have diminished and he might need to knock it off.
Luis Ortiz,
his timing, it could be off. We don't know. His timing could be off. We don't know until we see him. When we see him, then we'll know whether he's right or he's not right. Hey man, I didn't pick the opponent.
Listen, I would like to see the back of Luis Ortiz at the end of this year, and heard February or March, Luis Ortiz is going to fight Dominic Brazil, or Luis Ortiz is going to fight Gerald Washington. Something to interest me. Let's see.
Well, right now he has March, right?
Why would those two guys?
So maybe right now he has March to knock off whatever rust they think he got. After March, maybe he does fight Dominic Brazil. Maybe he does fight Amir Mansour. We don't know these things.
Are you suggesting that Martz is the guy that's going to be able to is going to give Luis Ortiz the rounds necessary?
No, I'm saying Martz is the guy that we're going to see if being out for a year has bothered Luis Ortiz.
So he hits him one left and he falls on. What does that prove?
What if he throws? But what if it takes him 10 lifts to hit him with?
Let me remind you somebody more closer to our time. Mike Tyson, when he came out of prison and he blew out all the guys before he went after he took out Bruno. Oh, Tyson's back to his best. Then when he fought Evander Holyfield, and Evander Holyfield took him into later rounds, oh, well, you know, Mike, he didn't get enough ring, he didn't get the ring rust off, and he didn't fight enough rounds, and all this garbage.
When Mike Tyson first came out of prison, his first fight was Peter McNeely.
Blew him out of the round.
Oh, no. But his timing was off.
Okay.
Look how many hooks he threw before he finally caught his timing.
Did he blow him out in the round, or did he blow him out in the round?
But wait, how many punches did he miss?
Did he blow him out in the round?
How many punches did he miss?
Wait, hold on. Golovkin fought the other day against Canelo, and how many hooks did he miss Canelo with?
That's Canelo, but Golovkin wasn't coming out being an actor. That's Canelo. That's Canelo. We're talking about Mike Tyson here, right?
Brooke, he was missing with left hooks all over the place.
We're talking about Mike Tyson, right? So Mike comes out of prison after a year. His timing was off, right? It took him how many hooks before he finally landed? Now, same thing.
Wait, my knee was up in his face. My knee was up in his face.
If Mike Tyson had fought Peter McNeely, had to come right out and fought a top dude, he would have got his ass fucked up. So if Luis Ortiz fights this guy and he missed 10 lefts before he finally lands one and knock him off, at least now he has his timing back. Because if he goes and try to fight Deontay Wilder right out the gate, without his timing,
I'm not suggesting a Deontay Wilder fight, but I am suggesting he fights somebody in the top.
He can fight them next.
What?
He could fight them next. He could fight Dominic Breazeale, somebody after this. He doesn't have to go straight to Wilder.
No, wait. So he's got. So he don't fight. So what? He's fighting a guy that Dave Allen could beat.
Okay, and what's your point? He fought Malik Scott and Dave Allen the next month. So if he blows this guy out in the round, guess what? You can put him on Deontay Wilder's undercard against Dominic Breazeale or somebody.
He looked great against Dave Allen, let's be honest.
Huh?
He didn't look great against Dave Allen, let's be honest.
He didn't look great against Malik Scott. But he fought the month after that, though.
Eugene, have a word. Please. Have a word with him. Help him. Please.
Help me, help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Help me, help yourself.
No, for me, I just think he needs to get somebody robust. You know, it doesn't have to be a top guy, but a guy who is not going to be knocked out in a round. Somebody with a strong jaw.
I'm reading some of these comments. I'm sorry.
Basically, someone with a hard chin, but who is not that, you know, dangerous technically for Ortiz. Ortiz can go at him for 6, 10 rounds, whatever he has a schedule. And it's better for him to shake off rust that way.
Hold on. I'll tell you what Bo expects to see happen. This shake off the ring rust crap, right? Listen, what we're going to get is when he fought Malik Scott, he was shaking off the ring rust and took him on and was walking Malik round and Scott round the ring for 10 or 12 rounds. Then he'll shake off the ring rust when he fought Dave Allen, and he's going to walk Dave Allen around the ring for 8, 9 rounds. Now we're going to have this Martz guy. What we're going to have him walking around the ring again for 5, 6 rounds against Martz?
Hopefully he doesn't walk around 5, 6 rounds.
Well, according to you and this ring rust crap, he'll probably do it again.
Hey, stop, hold on, wait a minute. What did I say? I said it might take him, he could blow him out in the first round, but it might take him 10 punches before he might throw 10 left hands and finally land the 11th one before he catches timing. And then after that, then he can look, okay, now we can look at Dominic Breazeale. Now we can look at somebody else.
Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I got one question.
Okay.
Have we not seen this before in the history of boxing, though?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this before in the history of boxing, right?
Yeah,
so this isn't something that's new?
Bobby Chairs when he fought Evander Holyfield, the fight before Holyfield looked shit before he fought Tyson. Yes, we've seen it before.
Okay, so if we've seen it before in boxing, Joe Louis used to have, what was that, the Bum of the Month Club, before he would finally take, I mean, we've seen this before in boxing though, right? So if we've seen this before in boxing, why are we so upset because it's, oh wait, my bad, not we, Ingram Jones. Why is BWTM so upset about a guy who constantly tells me it's not that good?
Wait, hold on. Oh, you think it's just me? You think it's just me? Hold on. Let me just listen to the comments. Let me just read the comments of the people.
You're the only one that's hitting me up saying, "Come on here, talk to me, explain this." You're the only one.
Okay, hold on. Now there's a guy that came in the room. Okay. How don't we know it's a test? Because the guy that got demolished by Joseph Parker 3 years ago and got bashed by a guy with 15 losses. If the dude is making excuses for Ortiz, what
excuse did I make for Ortiz? What excuse did I make for Ortiz?
What?
I said, what excuse did I make for Ortiz?
You're talking about this guy.
No, but I'm saying, but what excuse did I make for him though?
Martz,
like I mean, they talking like he took an L or something. What excuse did I make for him?
Okay,
all I said was this guy is to help knock out the ring rust.
Mace Laverne got sparked, actually destroyed by Wilder. Yeah. What does he say? I'm gonna come back and fight a guy in the top 10.
Who said that?
Laverne.
Laverne should have fought a guy in the top 10 before he fought Wilder.
What? He's gonna fight someone in the top 10 as soon as he comes back in March. It's gonna be a top 10 opponent.
Okay, that's what Laverne says. Will he do it? That's another question.
I believe he will.
Well, we'll see.
I think it will be either Dominic Brazil, or I think he'll fight Dominic Brazil, or he may fight Joe Washington. I don't know if John Washington's still in the top 10 or not.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
But I'm sorry, I can't defend this Luis Ortiz fight. I'm glad
nobody's defending. All I simply said was one thing. I said, hey, you know what? It's to knock off the ring rust, I guess. Now after that, if he wants to fight a Dominic Brazili, a Myanmar or something like that, okay. But you have to also got to understand, we're not in the gym with him. We don't see what the trainers see. It could be something off that they see. We don't know that.
If it's off, then don't come back for the end of the year. Come back in January. Come back in February.
Maybe the fighter wants to come back. We don't know. Maybe he's the one that's pushing to come back.
Maybe he wants some Christmas money.
We don't know.
Well, I made the case that basically he already had a training camp for Wilder, and that should have some logical ending. But it's a poor choice of opponent. That's the whole point of it.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Yeah, and I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that.
Have you looked at his record?
I can understand this.
Have you looked at his record?
Who?
Daniel Martz.
Oh, I didn't have to look at I didn't have to look at his record. The minute I heard the name of the opponent and I didn't recognize it, I knew, oh, this is just a guy for them to have him.
Go on BoxRec and type his name in, and then come back and talk to me.
I don't have to. The minute they announced, when I saw the name of the opponent, and I knew I don't know who this guy is, I already knew what kind of fight this was.
But hold on, I didn't know who the hell Derek Chisora was fighting, and Derek Chisora got his ass handed to him.
Goes back to my point how this is boxing.
If this guy hands Ortiz's ass to him, then Ortiz will never fight Deontay Wilder for the heavyweight championship of the world.
And thus, those who don't like Ortiz because of his steroid issues will never have to worry about it.
Well, I said already in my previous show that Wilder should completely dismiss Ortiz and go on his world tour.
But see, that won't happen though.
If I were Wilder, I'd go to the UK and I'd go on a UK conquest and go knock out all the UK guys. White, Bellew, and Hay.
He won't get no credit for none of those.
What?
He won't get no credit for none of those.
He won't get credit for knocking out White, Hay, and Bellew.
He won't get no credit for knocking out White. He won't get no credit. He won't get no. Some people will try to give him credit for White because they'll say, well, Dylan White was ranked #1, but he won't get no credit for Bellew. Or hey, they'll say he picked on smaller guys who were cruiserweights.
That's what you're suggesting.
They do that now for him.
But he's not getting credit anyway. So the way I look at it is, he goes to the UK, he makes that British pound, and he builds some new fans in the UK, and he'll knock these guys out.
That sounds, that's
going to be hell better than staying in Alabama.
That's not, well, he's not fighting out of Alabama. He'd be fighting out of New York now.
Well, no, he'd be fighting in the UK, making that British
that sounds attractive. That sounds attractive.
So what else has he got on the table? What other options has he got?
I have no idea. I'm not part of his team or camp, but I'm not saying what you're saying is a bad idea. I'm just saying that he won't get no credit for it.
Okay, when Winky Wright wasn't getting the credit he deserved in America, what did he do?
Winky Wright. Hey, hold on, wait a minute though.
He stuck a finger up to America and he went into Europe and beat up all the UK guys.
Now, hold on. When Winky Wright went to do that, he was also being excluded out of getting big fights. The only way he could get big fights was he had to do that circuit, win some titles, and make a name. And the only one that gave him a shot was Shane Mosley. That was it. And that was well after how many fights Winky Wright had? So not just Winky Wright. Shoot, man, dude, there was a lot of guys that had to do that, man.
You're telling me if Deontay Wilder came to the UK and he starched Dillian Whyte, for example, he came over, he starched Dillian Whyte, right? And then he came back over 3 months later and he came and took out Bellew. And then he came back 3 months later on, a 369, a three months apart. And he started 3 of the UK's best. You're telling me that's not making a statement.
I'm saying he will not get credit for beating Hay or Bellew, and people will be extremely reluctant to give him credit for beating White. I'm telling you that. Because a lot of Americans don't think that highly of Dillian Whyte anyway. So I'm just saying, that's me. I could be wrong, but I know over here in the U.S. he wouldn't get credit for them because they'll say, "Look, he beat up a blown up cruiserweight, or he beat up a David Haye coming off of an injury."
DJ Six says that hairline will be so far back, full of stress. You'll need a bigger hat to stream with, son. Says DJ Slick about you.
Okay, what are the other guys that he will get credit for? Miller?
Big Baby Miller?
Yeah.
No.
He's terrible. I'm sorry. He's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Baby Miller is terrible. I agree.
Brazil?
No, listen.
Well, if he doesn't go to UK because it gives him no credit, who does he fight in the US that gives him credit?
Okay, he won't get credit for it, but it's a good idea that he should do it though, because like he said, at this point, he's not getting credit anyway. I'm just saying over here in the US, we wouldn't give him credit for that. But it's a good idea because I even said, listen, Deontay Wilder should be looking to try. I would be trying to get on Anthony Joshua's undercard and fight Dillian Whyte on the undercard in the UK. I think that's an excellent idea. The question is, would his ego allow him to be an undercard fighter? That's the question.
For me, I would advise Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte to stop talking about Anthony Joshua altogether. Forget him. Don't talk about him. Don't mention him. Don't mention him.
Well, I gotta go, fellas.
Champion. He holds the most prestigious belt in boxing, according to. He's got the holy grail of boxing, which is the WBC belt.
Mm-hmm.
He should be calling out, and Joshua should be calling out his name.
In a perfect world where the world worked it right and where boxing was as popular here in the US as it is there in the UK, I agree with you. But it's not. Boxing over here in the US is, I think, the 11th most popular sport. In the UK is what, top 5? So anyway, I gotta go, fellas.
Right.
I got my own show to run.
By the way,
what's
just
up?
to let you know the lineup for the show. You have both guys. You have both of you two guys are the protagonists. You two guys are the debaters, which is fantastic. We have Gail and we have Mike from Pound for Pound Boxing. We have Spencer Ferron as the star judge, and we've got one more other person that I'm just waiting to read as host. And if I get this person to host, I all my Christmases come all at once. Yeah, I would do that as well.
Well, okay. Sounds like you got quite the lineup, and I'm looking forward to debating Eugene. And don't worry, man, I'm not gonna use it. I got it right here waiting on you, Eugene. I'm gonna lay this right here for you. I'll UPS this to you, man, for your tears, man. It's right there.
Don't worry, got some dental floss for you because you're not gonna be smiling.
All right, you fellas. I'm gonna talk to you guys later, man.
Bo, I'm out as well. Eugene, thank you so much.
No problem. See
you guys on Wednesday.
Yes, yes.
All the best, guys. Take care.
Bye.
That's Eugene, Bo Bland. They are getting on Wednesday night, 11:30 p.m. to debate Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. I'm really looking forward to it. As I've said already, our guest judge is Spencer Ferron. I hope you guys can join us on Wednesday night, 11:30 p.m. Really looking forward to it. And just waiting for our host to confirm. As soon as our host confirms, then I'll be one happy camper, as they say. Right, I'm out here. This has been Ingram Jones BWTM Sports. The return of Luis Ortiz. I really wish Luis Ortiz didn't fight this year and came back against a decent opponent, a durable opponent that would take him rounds and giving him somewhat of a test and a comeback. Instead, we've got this guy Martz, Daniel Martz, and if Luis Ortiz blows him out in a round, what will people say? They expected it to happen, and it just looks terrible when a guy that you're fighting is the type of guy you should be fighting on your debut. Just my thoughts on that. I think Luis Ortiz will probably have better sparring partners than Daniel Martz, and that's no disrespect to Daniel Martz. I just think that the Luis Ortiz skill set against Daniel Martz is one that and if Luis Ortiz doesn't look good against Daniel Martz, well, I think Wilder will run at the chance of fighting him, but I still don't think Wilder should fight Ortiz. He should fight Dillian Whyte next, just because of exposure, and there's more to gain fighting in the UK market, money, fans, and he can put on a dominant display there in the UK. Just my thoughts, and what a press conference Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder would be in the UK. That's about it for me. Thank you so much. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments, hit the like button, smash the like button, and share the video with your friends. Share it across social media, and let me know what your thoughts are. Was Bo right? Do you think Bo was correct? Do you think Eugene's correct? And who do you think wins between Bo and Eugene in the Rigondeaux Lomachenko debate? And shout out to my man Rigondeaux for tweeting our debate out. It's going to be fun. Have a good one. Take care.